Hey, what is up there everybody, it's Hiro here and welcome back to another Minecraft add-on video. And in this video I'll be showing you some add-on or some cool stuff add-on that we can download here in our own Minecraft Bedrock edition. And the add-on that we have today is called the Invasion Code Red. Well, this add-on has 3 types of beta, which is beta 1, beta 2 and beta 3. If you want to download this old add-on that we can actually has in this one, feel free to download. The link will be in the description down below. But before we start and before we go right into our video, make sure you give a like, subscribe and slap those notification bell icon and always be notified every time we upload such video and stuff. Without further ado, let's go right into it and let's get started. Alright, this add-on has 3 categories. In our first categories, we have here the items of the mobs, which is basically we can spawn different mobs here in this Minecraft add-on, which is pretty cool if I say so, okay? And with that said, the first one in our list in our mob is we have here Chico. So basically Chico is just like something of animatronics that we have in this Invasion Code Red beta. So it's actually not pretty hostile if you're just gonna spawn it like golem, but if it actually be spawned by some creatures, it's actually pretty hostile. And this one is we have here the Gaslit Dragon, which just walk through the walls. And these mobs can be pretty hostile if it's in group, especially if they're gonna fly around and you can't even fly. Maybe in survival you get actually being gaslighted. Mr. Cole Frederick. This one is the definition of silent and terrible. It can actually do some sort of teleportation power, which make him pretty dangerous. Next up, we have here the old one, which is basically the Ravager Hunter. Ravager Hunter is maybe a reference of the Chainsaw Man. We can have here Pachira, which is basically his pet, and this one can actually grind you to death. So basically this one actually has 2 lives or 3 lives, which is special abilities of regeneration. Well, speaking of regeneration, is most likely a lifesteal power. And Stonecutter Man and Ravager Hunter can be definitely spawned in different types of spawn egg. Not to mention you can actually make them fight to each other. Next up is the Ender Golem or the Unfinished Golem. So basically this thing can be created into different types of animatronics. So basically it's a rogue golem or just a skeletal golem. So we can use wrenches, or it's called golem wrench, and able to turn it into different types of animatronics which can be hostile sometimes. Boom. See that? See that flip? Bang, bang, and bang. 4 souls. Now meet the Rampager. So basically the Rampager is a very massive and hostile creature that we can have in this add-on. So you don't want to mess with this one. It gets actually different types of abilities such as blast and also choking power, and also it can charge up and duel up just like that and bring you or take you down right to the nearest wall, which is basically stunning and very critical at your health. This creature could wreck your bone at any second in Minecraft. This one is a revamped piglin. So basically it's actually a revamped piglin, and it can basically survive right in the underworld. And yeah, other than that, it has like some sort of warping sword or some sort of green dark green sword, which is basically I don't know what's the purpose, and it actually pretty weak, to be honest, like weaker than the original piglin that we have here in Minecraft, and it can actually be wrecked in a second. Next up, we have Superman, Avenger Man. Wait, no, it's basically a Revenger Man. This creature is pretty hostile to us humans, and it is something you don't want to mess with. First of all, it can kick you mid-air. I mean, look at this, how it's kicking this creature. Look at this, how it's flying and making this blast. Not only that, it creates a massive blast right into the body and even shoot laser at its eyes, golden laser. And look at the super punch. I mean, look at this blast that it created from the massive shockwave of the air pressure, doing that with its immense power that it can actually do. And look at how it fly, bro. That is something I don't want to miss in survival world. Look at that laser in his eyes, bro. Blood thought his homelander. It would take an army to kill this creature. Next up, we have Phantom Chico. So Phantom Chico is actually a poisonous creature, and it's not pretty hostile if you just want to spawn it. It won't even gonna use for these trigger items that we have and able to kill it to another creature. So basically this thing, if actually been summoned to the boss, it could be pretty hostile. Now we have here my personal favorite, which is the Gaslit Emperor. So basically the Gaslit Emperor is the boss of the Gaslit Dragon, and it's gonna be pretty hostile to any peaceful mobs and any players at the world. So it's basically hard to kill. It has how you rate damage and critic, but it's not that really good at enduring damage. So basically the HP is not that actually good. I mean, the Ravager man and the Rampager has a better health and endurance that can actually tank any damage, and it could be easily killed. But do not miss right, or do not take it wrong, it can actually kill you first before you can even kill it first. Now what we have here is an intense fight of the Revenger versus the Gaslit Emperor, and look at him throwing slices right to the Revenger, but I don't see anything that can actually damage the Revenger. Not even his Gaslit Dragon can actually harm the Revenger. So basically the Revenger is pretty much more powerful, but in times of basic damage or in terms of skills and swordmanship, the Gaslit Emperor can actually has a better hacks power compared to the Revenger. Whoa. Bro is spamming skills for his life, and look at all the spam, and he has like some sort of Susanoo from the Naruto Sasuke has. Look at that big thing right behind him. Is that actually his super skills and superpowers whenever he hits the mid health below, which actually creates some sort of image that can actually boost its damage and durability for a bit, which is basically cool if you want to do it. I mean, look at all these skills, all the sword slash that is spamming. It's getting bigger and bigger whenever his health is getting lower and lower. Blood is kicking the dead body. Bro is overkill. Bro is still kicking the dead body, and look at his victory pose. Red Star. I don't know from the elder beta version if Reds are actually a boss, but basically in this beta version of the Addon is basically a boss, and look at him doing the Kamehameha power in there. Boom, big blast right into the arena, dragging it out, and the Rampager actually fighting for its life. I mean, look at him charging all of this Kamehameha and spamming them like there's no mana limit. So basically this, bro, look at this blast. It can do like multiple shadow clone techniques, and this Kamehameha and also has a very haste speed, or like very flashy speed, and can also deal some massive blast. But I don't know if it can actually win against the Rampager. I mean, look at him. The Rampager is even like canceling his Kamehameha skills, and it actually choking him. Look at the Rampager choking this Red Star. And there it's go. I want to see the full fight in this one. Sorry, this video might take long because of this fight. And yeah, it's pretty cool, I have to say so, but I don't know if the Red Star can handle it. Look at this big Kamehameha blast. So basically, I don't know if it's actually a double-edged sword of the skills. And yeah, basically just like that. I mean, look at him. Bro, look at him doing speedy thing. Kamehameha, and boom, the Red Star actually won that fight. Bro, it's still even spamming this. Bro, are you trying to kill me, bro? Bro, stop. Good. Now we have our Kokira, which is basically the pet of the Ravager Hunter, and also it's actually the source of power of the Stone Cutter man. So basically just like that. And it's actually not a boss, since I can't even work this hostile one against him. So it's basically just like a pet, and that's it. Now here is one of the interesting creature that we have in this add-on. It's called the Purple Guy. So basically the Purple Guy is like the advanced version of the Evoker, which basically has more skills, more techniques, more powers, and it actually summon animatronics. And I don't know why it actually summon animatronics. And look at how many animatronics it actually summoning. Bro, look at that, all the skills, bro. Bro has a less durability, the Purple Guy I mean, but it actually summon a lot in the golem just like this, killing the Iron Golem, which a better higher rate damage. So basically this creature is actually a summoner rather than a wizard, and I don't know if it actually even throws something or it just keeps summoning something. I mean look at this, I even summoned another Purple Guy to fight the Purple Guy, and I don't know how it end up, but what I see is actually the animatronics just keep killing both of them in both sides. I mean, after it harms, Chico harms the other one from the right side, it actually keep harming also the left side. I mean, no, they're actually pretty confused which is which actually the enemy, since they actually looks the same. And next up to the list we have Frederick. So basically Frederick is just an animatronics that can actually be summoned by the Purple Guy, and basically it's not does actually do harm if you actually created him from some of the golems or anything. It doesn't harm, except if you actually use a hostile mobs, and it can actually be summoned. I mean, it can actually harm any creature if you just use the hostile mobs. I mean, look at these two purple creatures actually killing each other. And moving on to a much more interesting mob, which is called the Firewall. I don't know why it's actually been called the Firewall. I mean, it can actually be called the Fire King, Fire Queen, since it actually has a crown, or the Flame Queen, Blaze Queen, or any name, but they actually choose the Firewall. Okay, so let's make them fight to its death. Let's see how strong is this Firewall is. So basically the Firewall is already given damage and it already taken damage, and the wall is already off right in its body. I mean, look at it, still growing, and the purple guy hasn't even received any damage at all except for that, and the purple guy is actually showing his back right to the Firewall. I don't know why, but he keeps summoning a lot of creatures, and the same to the Firewall, he keeps summoning small blazes to fight in each other. And there we go, he actually received back his Firewall, and he kept throwing energy balls or blaze balls. Balls. I don't know why it's keep throwing those energy balls, but actually pretty effective. And he tried to summon another Frederick. The wolf just actually right out eat that blaze in there, and I don't know, I think the purple guy actually kept winning in this fight. But yeah, let's just keep look at this wolf. Let's just go keep forward. Fast forward, the purple guy win. And moving on to what we have here is called the Large Vex. I don't know why it's called the Large Vex, more like it's Large Vex sword. But the sword is just like bigger than the normal Vex, and yeah, that's it. Pretty much that's it. And look at them killing each other. Bro's summoning to each other. Bro is fighting to each other. So basically, it can actually be harmed. So I think this one is pretty hostile to players. So I don't recommend summoning this thing when you're in survival mode. Next up, we have the Illager 096, which is basically the version of the Pillager, the SCP-096, and yeah, it's pretty creepy. This creature is pretty capable and pretty dangerous. It can actually lure out and actually kill these enemies in a mere second, which is haste speed, and it's awesome damage skills that can actually kill any mobs at the same time, except for this Firewall, since the Firewall is one of those bosses, so it might take him for a little bit potential of like massive amount of energy in killing this creature. So the fight against bosses could take a while. Now what we have here is called the Mother Creeper. So basically the Mother Creeper is just like the mother that can actually give birth to the creeper, and it's insanely strong and durable, if I say so. So basically its powers is pretty cool. Not only it can actually light up with a cool color flame right in its back and actually give a great massive tackle, it could actually also summon multiple creeper at the same time. And its tackle could actually be equivalent to 1 TNT in every tackle that can actually destroy buildings, houses, and also destroy you. Now what we have here is Wolfie. So Wolfie is one of the animatronics that can be summoned by the purple guy, but basically it can be hostile if you want to use the hostile one. It can actually be hostile to each other. All of them can be hostile to each other. But other than that, we have Frederica, which is pretty cute creature for me. Amazing. Now what we have here is called the Spite Wing. So Spite Wing is actually one of the bosses and it's pretty OP. And not only his OP, he actually does this weird move. Broken Spin, can summon a Vex, and can do that. Now what we have here is called the Enlarged Dark Vex. And it's pretty hostile and can actually kill you, so don't mess with it. Okay. Now we have this crazy creature which actually is Zombie Cow, and this Zombie Cow is no ordinary zombie cow. It could actually deal damage, like great damage, but the durability and the health is actually pretty weak. And look at him doing damage right to the Spite Wing, which is basically a boss, and the Spite Wing is actually pretty confused. He don't know what's actually happening. Like Zombie Cow is actually beating the crap out of him, and he's actually do the spinning, and that could actually end the poor. Wait, it's not even ending. The cow is actually dealing damage, and yeah, it's actually pretty dealing damage. Not only it's goofy as flip, but it can actually deal damage, and it will end his life in this fight. So basically that's very sad. Now this poor and creepy creature is called the Illager Hound. So it might be familiar if you actually watch the Brother Metal Alchemist or Alchemist Metal anime. So I never watched the anime, but I see this one in the YouTube, which is very creepy, which a little girl and its dog been turned into such creatures. Now this one right here is actually pretty funny. So basically this creature is called the Zombie Chicken. So basically the Zombie Chicken can actually deal damage with a little bit of work on the hostile hand. It could actually give a great deal damage, though they actually has just 1 HP. And now moving on to the next phase of our add-on, we have here the armories. Though we only have 3 kinds of armor and it's all helmet, but let's see what we got. First thing first, we have here, it's called the withered armor. Though the withered armor is actually looks pretty cool, the defense on this thing is only 5 and also the durability is 300. So basically it can be equipped by killing the withered skeleton. Next up, we have the fire crown with the defense of 10 and durability of 2500. And this one makes us look like Batman, but this one is called the Withered Devil, defense of 10 and durability of 400. And shout out to this guy cause he's pretty cute. And moving on to the third phase of our item, we have here the items. Now we have here different kind of items, but actually not that many though. So first thing first, we have here the enchanted fruit, which can actually be dropped into one of the mobs, which basically is the purple guy, which can be crafted into a golem spawner. The golem spawner is actually pretty useful if you want to create those animatronics. So all you do is put it right to the ground, and yeah, you can do it like that. So we have your other lot of stuff enabled to create the ender golem. So all you have to do is using a tools, and you can actually spawn it like this, and you can actually use the wrench in able to create the animatronics. So it's actually pretty random in creating the animatronics, but yeah, it's actually pretty cool. It's cool. Now what we have here is a golem spawner. So the golem spawner can actually be tapped, and you can actually change different types of items and able to create the different types of golems. So we have here this cute purple guy, and we actually has the other stuff that we have here. So basically Chico and also Frederico. And for the final phase of this add-on, we have here the tools, equipments, and weapons. So I'll be blunt about this. First, we have here the warp sword. So basically it has E6 damage, and basically that's it. Compared to the bone spear has 7 damage, the hostile one can actually one shot. This one can actually has 9, the one 5, and Kukira has actually 7, and the strong fist actually has 7, and legendary iron sword only have 8 damage. Now first thing, the warp sword actually doesn't have any skills or special effects or anything. Now moving on to the bone spear, it actually doesn't have anything but has additional damage. Now Fabled Rose Diamond Blade actually give you speed whenever you hit an enemy, which is pretty cool. Speed 2, speed 1, that would be pretty epic in having that for additional skills, which is pretty cool. So I'm pretty sure this sword belongs to that mod. Alright, moving on to our next one, we have here the Blackstone sword. So if I hit it, so it actually doesn't have anything, but it has a like the most strongest damage compared to the other one, probably +9. And we have your Kukira, which is basically that mob from the Ravager creature. It actually has the regeneration effect. So basically this one is actually a lifesteal. So for me, it's actually a lifesteal, so which is great. Strong Fist, which is an invisible item and it can't be even seen. And we have your legendary iron sword, which is basically doesn't do anything, but yeah. And next up we have here is the hostile one. The hostile one is pretty useful from this add-on and from this video, which I can actually summon different type of bosses such as the Rampager and the Gaslit Emperor, and all to do is hit them with hostile one with a long press, and boom, you can actually make them hostile to each other and kill each other. So which you can I'm being choked right now. So basically you can use that to make them hostile to each other and make them kill to each other. So that's the purpose of this one. But anyhow everybody, that will be it for video. Hope you enjoyed our video today. If you do like this video, keep hitting the subscribe button video. Give a like, subscribe, and slap those notification bell icon. Always be notified every time we upload such video and stuff. If you want to follow me on my Facebook, feel free to follow me on Facebook, and also my Twitter and also my TikTok. And if you want to download this add-on, feel free. The link will be in the description down below. But now guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy, and see you next time in our another Minecraft video. Okay? But now, that would be it. Peace out and see you next time.